Hello everyone, welcome to another video on this channel. We're going to talk about Virgin Galactic again, SPCE, as there's a lot of news around this stock recently, and the latest news was yesterday after hours when they announced an offering of up to $400 million of shares of the company. Here you can see it, and basically they are stating that they have providing the offer and sale of up to $400 million of shares of the company from time to time by the company through the agents. So this kind of means that it isn't a offering that will directly dilute the stock with $400 million of shares. Also, it won't be at a fixed price. It's from time to time and up to. So directly it won't impact the stock too much. However, we can expect this company to at least offer a lot of this amount, maybe all eventually all of the money. But yeah, it's not good news. Obviously, dilution, more shares will be out there, so every share is worth a little less of the company. The stock is also not reacting too well, minus 10% pre-market, and it's at 478 right now. Now, interestingly, that is still above the 200-day moving average. So let's say today we can be able to close above that level, then we might have some support. And even more important, I think, is that we do have the launch coming up next week. So already a week ago, they announced the news that the mission will take place between June 27th and June 30th. Now, there were already some rumors yesterday that the date will be June 29th. So we can expect the upcoming days, so early next week, some hype in the stock. Usually, all those stocks, we've seen it with other stocks like ASTS, we've seen it with Virgin Galactic before, we've seen it with more space stocks that before a launch, there is some sort of hype in the stock. And that might trigger a bigger move up prior to the launch. And then, if it succeeds, it will go up even further, and if it fails, it will decline pretty bad. But we might expect a nice run up early next week before the launch. Now, even with the offering, it's still a possibility. If we can close above the 200-day, it will be looking very good, and otherwise, we still are not too much down compared to, for example, the beginning of June when the stock was at around $3. And of course, still the possibility of the short squeeze is there, as not directly all those shares will be at the market directly, and it won't be the $400 million directly. It will be from time to time and up to that amount. So it might also be less. Now, the timing, in my opinion, is quite interesting that they do this just before the launch. Maybe because if the launch would have succeeded, they would have criticized badly that when the stock goes up after a successful launch, and then everyone will be mad, well, you used the launch to offer shares. So they maybe do this as, you know what, if it fails or if it succeeds, we already did the offering. So um, yeah, they can be judged on that. So yeah, it's an interesting timing. Um, but yeah, I think it's better before than after the launch, because yeah, that might be criticized by shareholders. Long term, if the launch does succeed and the squeeze might still be on, we of course have the big support levels, the high of earlier this week at around $6.17, and we also got the high of February earlier this year, which is at around 660. So yeah, these levels are crucial. It's good we're already above the 20, the 50, and the 200 days, so that's perfect. And then yeah, we really need to pass the $6 for a larger move up. Looking at the weekly, we also see there's pretty much no resistance there on moving averages, only the 200 days at $15, and that's pretty high in my opinion, maybe a little too high for a squeeze, but you never know when it squeezes. And we do have at the monthly a level at around 688, which is the 20 month, and which is also kind of just above the resistance level. And then the next one's also at $15. So yeah, the big zone is gonna be around the 650 to $7. We need to break that in order to get a real big squeeze going. And then there's not really much of a resistance left. As you can see, we have gone up to around $60 before. Now, if the launch is going to be successful and if the shorts will be closing their positions, this might be looking very nice. However, it's all going to be really dependent on that launch next week, if that will be successful or not, because that's basically what the whole company is about in the end. So please let me know What's your strategy gonna be for next week? Knowing there's an offering, but also knowing there's a launch coming up. What is your play here? Are you gonna buy shares? Are you gonna buy options? Please let me know in the comments. Also, please in the comments let me know if you want to see other stocks being discussed on this channel. And also, please don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe. And then I hope to see you all the next video.